From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, April the 8th, 2020. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Blue and White Party leader Benny Gantz agreed that they will continue their efforts towards forming an emergency unity government in Israel after the Passover holiday. This after talks came to a halt earlier this week. Netanyahu called Gantz over the phone today, and the two wished each other a happy Passover. A joint statement from their offices said the two spoke about the need for a national emergency government for the good of the nation at this time, and agreed to continue discussions following the holiday period. And a government-mandated curfew took effect in Israel this afternoon. It will end tomorrow morning. And the Prime Minister shared his Passover wishes on social media today for the Jewish world.
To all the Jewish people around the world, I want to send you wishes for a happy Passover. That's strange, because this Passover is different from all other Passovers. I know that there is not a section of the globe that is not afflicted with the corona. And it requires us, all of us, to change our way of living, our way of life, and our way of celebrating even ancient holidays like Passover. This has got to be a first. Perhaps with the exception of the first Passover, because we were sitting ensconced in the homes in Egypt, and we hoped that the pestilence would pass over our homes. Well, this is exactly what we in Israel are doing today, and probably what many of you are doing in the diaspora. So I ask you first to abide by the directions that are given by your respective governments and health ministries. But equally, I want you to remember our shared destiny, that shared destiny that has enabled the Jewish people to overcome the greatest trials and tribulations since the beginning of time, or since the beginning of our recorded time. We've overcome so many challenges. We've reestablished our state, we've reestablished our independence, and we formed one of the great societies on earth, the State of Israel. That is your home and will always be your home. Please celebrate Passover with your close family, and please remember that we are holding our hearts for you every day, and especially this day. Thank you. Chag Sameach.
A report yesterday of anti-Semitic vandalism on a synagogue in Los Angeles. The Jewish Journal said a hateful message cursing Jews was spotted by a college student who was walking by the Orthodox Persian synagogue Ahavat Shalom. He shared a photo on his Facebook page. ADL Los Angeles tweeted their outrage, writing, "In the midst of a pandemic in which it is more important than ever for us to stand together, and just before the start of Passover, it is shocking to see this hateful message on a house of worship." Associate Dean of the Simon Wiesenthal Center, Rabbi Abraham Cooper, told the Journal that there was no cure yet for history's oldest hate. American Jewish Committee's Los Angeles Regional Director Richard Hershout told the Journal that the defacing of this sacred house of worship, whose name literally means love of peace, reminds us all to redouble our efforts to hold the haters accountable while never wavering from our pursuit of a more understanding and just world. A leading Orthodox rabbi in Borough Park, Brooklyn, died this week from the coronavirus. Rabbi Yaakov Perlau, also known as the Novominsker Rebbe, had served as president of Agudath Israel of America. The organization released a statement upon the passing that the loss of the Rebbe was incalculable. Perlau had warned his community about the virus, urging them to heed all health guidelines. He was 89. And a former international president of the Women's League for Conservative Judaism and a past president of Merkaz USA, Evelyn Selig, died of complications from COVID-19. She is believed to have been in her 80s. Well, a theater company in Israel, Avnei Derech, led by Sarit Barnes, in cooperation with the Department of Jewish Culture in Israel, released a video showing children across Israel singing Ma Nishtana from their homes under the COVID-19 quarantine. The 4 questions from the Passover Seder, which ask, why is this night different from all others? And we wanted to share a few seconds of their celebrating this very different Passover with you. The video ends with a message from Israel's President Reuven Rivlin extending his best wishes to children across Israel. Rivlin says that even though we will not be able to be with relatives and friends on this holiday, we will get through this to better times. He repeats the prayer at the end of the Seder, Leshana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem, adding Leshana Haba'a Beyachad, next year together.
חג פסח שמח יקיריי, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה ביחד.
Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, April the 8th at 5 o'clock this evening for the first night of Passover. Rabbi Mark Schneier of the Orthodox Hampton Synagogue conducts a pre-recorded traditional Seder with music from Cantor Netanel Hirschtick and the Jerusalem Symphony Orchestra. At 6:30, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs speaks about the meaning of Passover, followed by a Yamin Ord concert, then a Passover message and a replay of the Hampton Synagogue Seder for you tonight at 8. That is followed by a special concert from Central Synagogue of Jewish music and a musical tour of the beautiful synagogues of the world. And please note, the Hampton Synagogue Seder will replay tomorrow night at 5 p.m. And at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, we hope you enjoy the JBS Family Seder, a pre-recorded Seder led by JBS President Rabbi Mark Golub with special guests. You can download a Haggadah from our website, jbstv.org, to follow along. That will be followed by City Winery's Downtown Seder 2020 with celebrity participants including Peter Yarrow, Harvey Fierstein, David Broza, and Dr. Ruth. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, April the 8th, 2020. I will be back with you on Friday, wishing you all a happy, healthy, safe Passover. Chag Sameach. Stay healthy, stay well.